Let's jump right in. Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're going to build your ultimate high-tech automation suite to completely crush that month-end reporting scramble. You know the feeling, right? Staring at a blank screen on a Friday afternoon, desperately trying to remember what you even did all week. Well, we are putting an end to that today by building your very own AI-powered activity tracking agent using Python and Power BI.
If you're a service delivery manager or working in IT ops, you are constantly juggling ServiceNow, Microsoft Entra, Intune, Teams, plus a million client requests. Piecing together manual timesheets after all that context switching is literally the absolute nemesis of productivity. By Friday, all those hours are just a total blur. Trying to reconstruct your week from memory isn't just frustrating, it's super error-prone and honestly a massive waste of your actual skills.
So here is our game plan. We'll start by defeating that timesheet villain, then we'll actually code your AI agent. Next, we'll set up categorization and auto startup, move on to designing the Power BI dashboard, and finally, look at the ultimate manager ROI.
All right, part 1, defeating the timesheet villain. The stakes here are pretty clear. The old way relies entirely on your vulnerable memory and absolutely drains hours of your administrative time. But we are upgrading. We're moving to a super-powered workflow where an automated AI solution just runs in the background, collecting and categorizing your application activity without you needing to make a single manual click.
Think of this as the core reactor powering our whole new reporting ecosystem. Basically, your user activity feeds straight into a Python logger. That raw data gets safely tucked away into a CSV data store. From there, an AI categorization engine takes over, processing it and sending the refined, actually useful data right into a Power BI dashboard for automated reporting.
Moving right along to part 2, coding your AI agent.
Okay, to get your Python environment up and running, you're going to need a few specific packages so the agent can actually read your active apps. So you'll install Python, verify pip, and then bring in Pywin32. That's for interacting with Windows APIs. You'll also need psutol to keep an eye on system processes, and Pandas for the heavy lifting with data manipulation. Set up a dedicated folder for your project, and boom, your core logger is ready to roll.
Once it's running, this agent continuously captures the actual DNA of your workflow. It logs the exact timestamp, the application name, like Teams or ServiceNow, and the specific window title you're actively looking at. This gives us perfectly precise, validated data collection, which is exactly what we need before we start mapping it to those broader business categories.
Which brings us to part 3, categorization and auto startup. Now, having thousands of rows of raw window titles, that is not helpful to a manager at all. So instead of just dumping raw data on you, the AI engine intelligently translates those window titles into vital business categories. For example, if it sees you're in a specific ServiceNow screen, it tags it as incident management. Working in Microsoft Entra, it knows that's identity and access management. It can figure out endpoint management, cloud ops, service delivery management, you name it. This right here is exactly how raw, random clicks transform into actual strategic insights.
But here's the thing. What good is this incredible tracker if you forget to turn it on? To keep your automation suite powered up without you ever having to think about it, we're using a brilliant little trick. You just create a tiny file named start_logger.bat and drop it right into your Windows startup folder. That's it. From then on, the agent wakes up and starts automatically the second you log in.
For data storage, we rely on daily CSV files. Why? Because it guarantees massive scalability and makes integrating with your reporting tools completely seamless. By spinning up a fresh, clean log file every single day, we avoid those massive, clunky data bottlenecks. It makes it incredibly easy for Power BI to dynamically pull in your history.
Let's get into part 4, designing the Power BI dashboard.
To pull this all together, you'll use Power BI's Get Data feature and point it straight at your folder of CSVs. You build a simple semantic model around your timestamps and categories, and then comes the fun part. Designing a donut chart gives you, as a manager, an instant visual readout of exactly where your team's effort went. With just one glance, you can see, oh wow, incident management swallowed up 60% of my day, or hey, we actually got some solid time to focus on cloud ops.
You'll want to pair that donut chart with an application usage bar chart. This exposes exactly which tools are eating up your daily bandwidth. Are you stuck in Teams for 4 hours? Is ServiceNow completely dominating your morning?
This essentially audits your workflow, handing you the hard data you need to optimize your toolsets or finally delegate some tasks.
Finally, when you plot these data points out, you get a crystal clear daily trend analysis using a line chart. This gives you total operational governance over the entire workweek. You can instantly spot the peaks, like say a huge spike in cloud ops on Tuesday the 22nd, and compare them to your stable valleys. It gives managers this incredible visibility into workload distribution over time, which means way better resource planning.
And finally, part 5, the ultimate manager ROI.
0. That is the exact number of hours you are going to spend on manual timesheet generation once this automated pipeline is active. 0. Because the system tracks absolutely everything and automatically allocates your effort by category and client, you can pull daily, weekly, or monthly timesheets with 0 manual effort. Just think about that administrative burden completely vanishing, not to mention how much more accurate your reporting is going to be.
And what's really amazing is that this system is totally built for future upgrades. We're talking about eventually adding client detection logic so you can bill exact hours without even thinking about it. Imagine Outlook subject recognition, deep analysis of your Teams meetings, and highly specific Azure and Intune workload classifications. There's even room down the line to plug in AI summarization and predictive workload analytics. It's a real game changer.
This setup essentially acts as your own personal AI operations assistant, just humming along silently in the background while you focus on the real work. With perfectly accurate reporting, basically 0 admin effort, and complete visibility into your workflow, the only question left is this. With the timesheet villain finally defeated, what exactly are you going to conquer with all your newly reclaimed hours? Use this foundation to take your time back and totally transform the way you work,